bitte nochmal, ja.
A question to Robert, please. In the film, you fall in love with a married woman. How is this in real life? Are women you cannot have more interesting for you?
There is no woman he couldn't have. I wish I'd come up with an answer. No, I'm kind of terrified of trying to do that. There's no good answer to this apart from that one. I'd like to think I'm not the type of person who'd like to go around breaking up marriages. I hope. I don't think I am that type of person. It doesn't really interest me.
Mr. Lawrence, first Crystal Balls and then you. How was the work with Robert Pattinson, and can you explain the hype around him?
Do you want to go first?
Sure. I think it's really tough to explain the hype around him. I mean, all I can explain is my experience, which is that, wherever we went, there'd be loads of fans. For the most part, everybody was very respectful, and we could shoot, and nobody was, running into set and getting crazy. I think other than in Tennessee, where there were some girls always kind of, I think they thought that, my room was Rob's room, so there was always 10 girls camped out in the hallways of the hotel. But I can't explain it. But I loved working with Rob. I think that he did a fantastic job in the movie. One of the reasons that I cast him was that I thought that personally he was very similar in spirit to the character of Jacob, and that there's, even though I think he likes to think that he's cynical, I still think that he's pretty pure, and I think that comes across in the movie because I think Jacob's quite a pure soul.
Bitte sehr, hier vorne noch eine Frage.
Nochmal Radio Berlin, again a question to Mr. Pattinson. Some of your fans are waiting outside with a guitar in their hands for you. They want to sign you. Which role does music play in your life?
It used to be a lot bigger than it is now. I was gonna initially wanted to be a musician, but. It doesn't play such a big part anymore. When I lived in London, I used to do a lot of gigs and stuff, but I really don't have time much anymore. And to write songs, I need to be in such a kind of deep depression that I wake up crying all the time, and I'm relatively happy at the moment, so I'm not inspired. Yeah, I bring it around me, hoping I'll wake up crying. Maybe I can get something done.
So life is so successful and too good to you that you can imagine to make music.
I don't think there's any. I don't like happy songs.
Christian. Hi, Nina, Star of Germany. Question to Robert Pattinson. Reese Witherspoon was really disappointed by the sex scenes with you. And yourself, was it really that bad?
Was it that bad? I didn't realize it was that bad. I was very happy with my performance. No, I think Reese was just saying it because she just got married and she didn't want her husband. She didn't want to cause herself any problems. I think that after she said that, I think that has happened to me quite a few times, but people haven't talked about it in interviews. Like the just absolute disappointment. No, I think Reese is just she was a little too overexcited about it beforehand.
That's right. Next question. Any questions? Noch irgendwelche Fragen? In the very back. Ganz da hinten bitte.
Hello, I'm Melanie Stahl, and I have a question to Robert Pattinson. What was the funniest experience for you by making a movie?
funniest. Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, but the elephant is potty trained. That's pretty funny. I remember having the most fun on the night where I get drunk and the clowns and the prostitutes and stuff, or the coochie girls kind of have their way with me. But I can't play drunk. Really? Well, I haven't ever tried. It's always a good excuse. I can't play drunk, so you can just get drunk. But I remember having a pretty good time on that. But I can't really remember what happened. But yeah, that was probably one of the more fun days. It sounds terrible.
So, any questions? Okay, now we make a quick final round in the very back, and then right here. Okay, maybe we start at the very back because you had already 3. Thank you so much.
My name is Claudia from RobertPattinsonFans.com. And
that's great. Let me ask a question to Christoph Waltz.
Liebe Grüße aus Österreich.
Also Francis Lawrence.
Yeah. Private question for Robert.
Shall we leave the room? No.
Where is your new puppy? Where? Your dog? Now.
He's in LA.
He's in LA.
It's too difficult to take him into 10 different countries in a week.
And he will stay by you after all?
Yeah, hopefully, if he remembers who I am.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Nochmal liebe Grüße an die Gäste.
Dann die vorne bitte nochmal, und dann haben wir hier noch eine. Für die hier noch schnell. Final question. Over here, please, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Lawrence, give us please 3 arguments why young people have to watch the movie.
Why young people have to watch the movie?
The teenagers. And don't say because of Robert Pattinson.
No, I wouldn't say because of Robert Pattinson. I mean, I just think I think that it's a transportative movie. I think that when you watch the movie, you get transported to a different world, and a world that I think most young people don't know that much about. I think that it's also a really rich experience. You go through many different kind of emotional values in this. I think that you laugh, and I think you cry, and I think you're horrified, and I think you're thrilled. And for me, that's a rich emotional experience, and I'm very proud of that, and I think young people will enjoy that.
And maybe we finish with a question about the key animal, about Rosie or Tai. Actually, we can learn so much from elephants. They are walking on tiptoes, even if they are that mighty. They have 8 to 10 liters water only in the trunk. What is it, maybe, when you're working with an elephant like this? I think she's over 40 years old. Is this something you can learn watching that giant, majestic animal?
No, I think, there's something just really lovely about this elephant. And I think that there was something specifically special about her, because there was another elephant that was actually brought on at the very end of the movie that we didn't use in the film, but she was around, and I remember approaching this other one. It was actually named Rosie, and she had a very different personality, and she was a little more aggressive and much faster and much more inquisitive. But there was something really special about Tai, the one we used for the majority of the film, and she was very warm, and she was very calm, and she was very careful, but she was very strong. And she was just impressive to be around every day.
Ich finde das ein fast philosophisches Schlusswort an der Stelle, meine Damen und Herren. Wenn Sie noch eine Frage haben, die jetzt brennt, dann raise your hand. Otherwise, thank you very much to the director. Big success for Water for Elephants. Frau Francis Lawrence, ganz herzlichen Dank an Oscar-Preisträger Christoph Waltz, und thank you very much for coming along, Robert Pattinson.